Hey guys, and welcome. If you're a newbie, welcome back. If you're not, please do subscribe, comment, like, share. I'm sure I said that in the wrong order, but you get the idea. So it feels like forever since I did a vlog. So here I am today doing a vlog. I haven't straightened my hair because I realised I'm actually going to have it tied back for most of the day, so it would be a complete waste of time straightening it. Do I have stuff planned? Yes, I do, and it's not all fun. The first thing I did this morning was drive round to B&M. I so wanted to film the drive, but I film on my phone when I'm not at home and my iPad when I am. And I had no way of securely positioning my phone in my car so I could actually film the road as I was driving. So yeah, I wanted to start by showing you my drive to B&M, but I couldn't. So I've been to B&M and I'll show you the really exciting things I bought. So first up, I have some radiator paint. My bathroom radiator is in a right state. It's actually a heated towel rail and the paint is flaking off it, so I need to do something about it. I also have special paint to cover damp spots. I mentioned in a couple of videos there's been 2 leaks from the flat above, one that has affected the hall ceiling and one that's affected the kitchen and slightly in my bathroom. So I got that so I can paint over it once and for all. And a selection of paint brushes, which are between 1/2 inch and 1 inch thick. That's the damp patch on the hall ceiling. That's the damp in the kitchen, although the wall is pink and that paint is white, so I might cover that with the white and then paint over with the pink again. I actually have to pretty much climb on the worktop to do that though. I don't know if I'm going to do the painting today. Another big job is getting my balcony freshened up. I've been waiting for the lady in the flat above mine to finish doing hers because I don't know if you can see all the white paint spots on the wood. So I'm not going to strip the metal, but I'm going to touch it up where it's looking a bit patchy and I need to sand back the wood and restain it and probably scrub the concrete and definitely clean the windows. I do need a run of dry weather to do it, and I'm not even going to show you the radiator because I'm not doing that today. I need to get a primer because B&M didn't have metal primer for radiators, so I'll be hopping on Amazon for that. I hope my camera work was not too shaky in those clips. So yeah, part of the fun of owning your own property and living alone and having to do it all yourself. But I actually find painting quite soothing. Yeah, they're big jobs that I really do need to get done. But I am going to do some fun stuff, and that is going to involve baking. So I'm going to tie my hair back and take you guys through to the kitchen. I'll film as much of this video as I can in landscape because I know quite a few people prefer it because it doesn't have the black lines down the screen, but you may or may not have noticed that when I'm filming in landscape I have no idea where I'm looking, so my eyes are just all over the place. So I have always loved baking and I've always been a bake from scratch kind of person, but I don't bake enough since COVID to justify buying all the different flours and sugars and stuff, so I am cheating. And I'm going with a Mr. Kipling box mix. And I'm also cheating with the icing, and I've gone for coffee flavoured icing because I really fancy a mocha cake, and that's not a flavour. You see that often in the supermarkets. I know Tesco have got one, but it's like 14 quid. So yeah, not paying that for a cake when I can make one myself and hopefully have fun doing it. So better get on with it. I have no idea what the instructions are for this. I need milk as well. Thank God I've got milk. The recipe does call for vegetable oil, and I've gone with rapeseed oil, which in America is also known as canola oil. And the reason I picked this one is because it has the least taste to it. So it's the least likely to affect the actual taste of the cake. I'm not really one to use oil in baking. I prefer to use butter and you get a creamier tasting cake. But Mr. Kipling tells me I need to use vegetable oil, so that's what I'm using. It does say to use an electric whisk for mixing the cake batter. I've always preferred to do that by hand. There's less danger of over mixing and mess. So I need to divide it between 2 cake tins. So I have, in pink of course, my 2 silicone, I can't really call them cake tins because they're not tins, but yeah. I haven't used these before. I have used silicone baking molds. I've actually got a giant cupcake one, but I've never used them for sandwich cakes. In case you're wondering what the hell was she doing with an ice cream scoop, it's just a really easy way to divide the batter without having to weigh it out, and it's particularly good when you're doing cupcakes or muffins. So these need to go into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, 160 degrees. Here I have my trusty cake tester, so I'll be using that to check and see when they are done. Cakes are done. They actually took half an hour in my oven, but I put them on for 20 minutes and then checked them, gave them another 5, checked them, gave them another 5. Checked them and they were done. So I'm going to leave them to sit here for about 5 minutes to cool, and then I'll turn them out. Not going to lie, slightly concerned that they may just fall apart, but just have to see. Moment of truth, I guess. They're still really hot underneath. Well, they're not too bad. There's a few bits where it got slightly stuck to the inside, but I can cover that with icing and stuff. And this cake is not for any particular occasion, it's just for me because I fancied a mocha cake. So I'm going to leave these to cool and get the washing up done.
ignore the cans of Tennent's and Stella that are lying around me. I have come out for a walk because it's sunny, and I thought I would just show you a bit more of the local area while I am here. I am going to be very white this summer because I am allergic to fake tan. If I wear it, I come up in red blotches that make me look like a raspberry, and the itch is unbearable. So yeah, I just have to be pale and interesting, unless I do manage to get a tan, but we'll see. Be wondering what the significance is of this particular post box. Well, Google Maps used to think I lived right here in this post box, which, as you can hear, is quite close to a road. Now, I know I'm wee, but come on, even I wouldn't fit in there.
Well, the glamour never ends. I am about to do some ironing, but don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch me on time lapse, because who wants to watch someone iron? Oh, it's bad enough having to do it, but I am going to put on a podcast and get it done, and then I can do some fun things like decorate my cake. I'm not going to be doing anything on the balcony today because I can't be bothered. At least I'm being honest. I can't be bothered. So, yeah. Ironing it is. Okay, it's time for the fun part, the decorating. So, I've got the coffee icing that I showed you earlier. And I'm also going to crush up a flake to put on the top to give it that extra bit of chocolate taste, because I do want it to be a mocha cake. This coffee icing smells so strong. I've made coffee icing before myself, and I swear it was not as strong as this one smells. When I do sandwich cakes, I tend to put the domed sides down, partly so the weight of the cakes will help to flatten them, but also it gives it a flat top. That's just a personal preference. When I'm properly baking, by which I mean not using a packet mix, I will shake the tin and tap it just to get the mixture to even out. I've got some strips of old tea towel, and I soak them in cold water and just wrap them around the outsides of the tins. But you do need to be careful because, of course, you're putting them in an oven, so you do not want to set anything on fire. But that can help to keep the cakes flatter. And I do have an icing turntable, but again, I couldn't be bothered to get it out. I'm definitely not this lazy when I bake from scratch. And decoration has never been my strong point. I need to work on it. My cakes always look homemade. I am never going to produce a cake that looks professional. I don't know, maybe there's
cake decorating classes or something I could go to. I do like quite a thick layer of buttercream, as you may have seen, and I wasn't ever intending to do the sides of the cake. 1 tub has been plenty. I think, to be honest, if I used more than 1 tub, it would be sickly. Another thing I didn't do that you can do if you don't want crumbs in your icing is get some apricot jam, heat it up, but don't burn it. I usually do it in the microwave and give it a stir until it's sort of more liquid, and then just brush it over the outside of your cake, and that can just help to seal it. Obviously let that cool before you put the icing on it. God, I'm giving out baking tips like I actually know what I'm talking about. There's probably people watching this who are much better at baking than me. So feel free to correct me in the comments if anything that I'm saying is rubbish. Or if I'm indeed not doing something basic that I should be doing. I added the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. Normally I wouldn't do it that way around, but I didn't want to do more washing up. See? Lazy. Right, I'm going to pop this in the fridge while I crush up a flake. On the date of recording this, my cousin is due to come home from Australia next week. She works out there as a nurse, and this is her first visit back to Scotland since before COVID. So her birthday is actually in May, but I decided to save her birthday presents, and it forces her to come and see me while she's over if she wants to get them. So I thought I would show you what I am giving her. So first of all, this is her birthday card. I know it's completely ridiculous. She is not a child, obviously, she's a nurse. She is in her 30s, but it will make her laugh. I also got her a chocolate bar with one of her favourite words on it. This is not a word I particularly like or use unless I'm really, really angry. If you're easily offended, maybe skip forward 10 seconds. I'm going to show you what it is, but I won't say it. But I think she will find this absolutely hilarious. I got this from Charlene's Chocolate Factory. I've reviewed them in previous videos. They have a website as well as a shop, so they do other words. This is not the only one, and they do other things as well. So if you want something like this, or perhaps with a slightly nicer message on it, they are well worth checking out. The quality of their chocolate is, I would say, on par with Hotel Chocolat. And then her main gift, which I bought a couple of years ago, but I've been holding on to because I didn't want to post it to Australia in case it got lost. It says family on it, and it's a Pandora charm because family is really, really important to her as it is to me. I don't know yet when she'll be seeing me. She's got loads and loads of people she's going to want to visit, but I will be one of them, because if I'm not, she won't get her chocolate bar. My content for July is mostly going to be focusing on more new in videos of both supermarkets and brands. Now, I've mentioned before I get an online delivery from Tesco, and recently they switched from store delivery to one of their UFCs, Urban Fulfillment Centres. The issue with this is that I cannot get any fresh bakery items, no freshly baked bread, no muffins, no cookies, nothing like that. So I'm quite gutted. I did send them a tweet to ask if this was a permanent change or if it was just because the centre is new and they're getting to grips with it. They said they'd get back to me, but of course they haven't. So Tesco may not be featuring in very many of my videos. I'm also going to be doing a few small business videos and a few ranges of things. There might be a few more vlogs than normal from me, maybe even a few extra videos, because I told you all the stuff that I want to do with my balcony and decorating and stuff this morning. So I'll probably show you that because it's just something a bit different to my usual content, and I'm hoping to get out and about a bit more. I'd like to get into Glasgow at some point. I hope you've enjoyed this video. You can find me on Instagram as Kaz Loves Cakes. If you have TikTok and want to follow me there, I'm Kaz_loves_cakes. And as I said at the beginning, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell. I do hope that you'll come back for the next video. In the meantime, enjoy the summer and thank you as always for watching. Take care. Bye. You guys didn't think I was going to finish this video without trying a piece of my cake. As if I would do that to you. It's not the prettiest looking cake, I'll be honest, but taste is what counts. It's actually not bad. I'm probably going to be awake half the night now with the amount of coffee in this icing.